Namaste, welcome to Black and White. Life is full of surprises and life has different meanings to you if you walk on different paths. But in totality, life is all about how you perceive, how you look at it, and how you want to make your life move. You watch this profile today, you'll understand what it really means to be what you want to be in life. Namaste, YANGMALI bhai. Swagat hai yahanलाई Black and White ma.
Namaste Dai, धन्यवाद.
Welcome.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for being on Black and White today. You know, you flew all the way from London.
Thank you so much for having me, Dai. It's been.
You've flown all the way from London. Actually, I'm from Missouri.
Right?
Yeah,
that's right. Yeah.
And what brings you here?
All right, so basically I work for the IT company and I also have my own foundation. So I am based in Missouri. So I was in London working and I was also finishing my postgraduate degree. Okay. And so I started talking to you and I had to come to Nepal to implement another project. So, you know, I started talking to you and then like I've been watching Black and White and it's amazing. So, and then, you know, when you approached me and then I thought like I was in cloud nine, you know, it's a bit like I always wanted to be here and today I'm finally here. And thank you so much for everyone, like, you know, for having me here in this
It's
show.
our pleasure to have somebody like you, a young personality like you. You have achieved so much in the field of education, right?
Women empowerment.
Women empowerment. But you have also done a postgraduate on international relations.
That's true. Yeah. So basically, I went to university in the US and I finished my undergrad degree, and I have 3 majors. International relation and diplomacy, international business, and transnational studies. And recently I finished my postgraduate degree from London School of Economics in international relations.
Wow, that's a lot of qualifications you have.
Thank you so much. I'm still trying, getting there.
के गर्न चाहनुहुन्छ?
Eventually, like, I want to get into the diplomats. I want to work as a diplomat. So that's why I went to London to get my postgraduate in international relations. But right as of now, I'm you know, just window shopping about my options, like what I want to do it and how I can make a difference. You know, it's not just
you
about
are making a difference.
Yes, but you know, and I'm just starting. You know, I want to make a difference in the larger scale.
But you said women empowerment. Why are you emphasizing on that particularly?
So basically, I went to school in Budangala School, the National School of Nepal, and I had this privilege to study in this such an amazingly prestigious school. And as a part of the social club, we had to go to this remote part of Nepal. And actually, I wanted to establish a library, you know, in this remote part of Nepal, Bhojpur. And I carried 150, you know, the books on my back, and then I went there. But when I went there and I saw the situation of the single women, and that's when it really, really strikes me. And then I decided I want to do something. So that's when this, like, the seed of, like, you know, helping single women started.
And you're doing awesome there.
Yes, basically our first project, it turns out to be self-sustainable. We are doing good. And whatever our mission was in that area, I'm very proud to say that we've been successful, and this model has been a model for other projects too. So I would like to thank, you know, all the people who are involved, and our volunteers and our board members and people like you who are encouraging, and we are taking this word out. And we've been getting a lot of good positive responses from other people too.
At your age, this is one age, people hang out, they have fun, they party, they are just, you know, flamboyant life, you know. But look at you, you're doing things beyond one's imagination. Why? You
know, like, that's what I said, like, you know, I had this opportunity, and if I can make, you know, basically we wait for that certain age to make a difference. You know, it's not about age, it's about your commitment, it's about your passion. Like, you know, you don't have to be in the certain age. Like, you know, when I went to this area, and then also I'm given a lot of opportunity. You know, I got to study in such a prestigious school, and I went to India, and I went into London, I went to US. So I was given a lot of opportunity, and I seized those opportunity, you know, in a way that already helped me in personal level, but I wanted to seize that opportunity to help and reach out to the people who needed our help. My dad passed away 2 years back, and my mom, she travels around, and eventually she's gonna be like, okay, I want to talk about, like, she wasn't a bit positive, like responsive when I started this project. Because you know, in Nepal, like my mom being a Nepalese, she's a bit worried about your future, like concerned about like you know security. Exactly. Now त्यसपछि अब ममलाई चाहिँ it's a good thing because my mom is also all about giving. तर अब you need फाइनेन्सियल सेक्युरिटी हुन्छ नि अब छोरा छ पढ्या छ तर you need अब अलिकति पैसा कमाउन पर्यो घर बसाउन पर्यो but like when I went there and when she saw the result okay, she is like now she is like one of the most like a proudest mom.
This is in Bhojpur.
This Bhojpur, yeah.
Young Ward Foundation.
Yes.
Young Ward. YANGMALI and Dr. Edward. Dr. Edward, if you're watching this black and white anywhere around the world, you know, we're going to talk a lot about you right now through Young Ward Foundation. What brought you together? So
basically, I went to school in Missouri. So I was there and I was a student. So I flew to New York to give a presentation, the research I did. And he was one of the panel. And we met there. And that's how we got to know each other. And then he gave me like, why don't you call me? Like I'm from Missouri, and so we'll meet and we'll talk. And so I gave him a call, and apparently I did not know he had an IT company. And I met him as a professor there. And we talk about research, like, you know, I did my this research, and he kind of very interested because I did what it means to grow in like a culture where the caste system is such a big issues, and then I went to America where this caste system, like some people, they didn't even have idea. And he find it very interesting.
But and in America, there's a color system.
Color, you know, it's...
Isn't it same like caste system?
I think it's worse than like a caste system.
There's a color white, and the black, and the brown.
Well, like, you know, everybody thinks that it's getting better, but like, you know, recent incidents, like what's happening in St. Louis, Ferguson, like, you know, this, still people are talking
about it. Even in Utah?
Yeah, it's happening. So, and he said, like, I have an IT company. Would you like to intern with me? And I said, I'm not sure because I'm not into IT, and I'm more into humanities, like I'm into diplomacy, I'm into business. And so like, and I told him I'll get back to you. And next day I went and I, you know, kind of talk about what my work's involved and everything. So that's how we, you know, we met in New York.
So actually, there was a good chemistry.
Yeah, it
Professor and
students. Yeah, and he saw like my hard work because I did this research within like a week to present in New York. So he saw that passion like for my research. So I was hired as a research associate at IdeaWorks.
IdeaWorks.
Yeah, it's an IT company. Yes.
It's an IT company.
Yeah.
I'm going to talk more about the Clinton Foundation and the awards that they have actually won in your life, gotten in your life, and the projects that you are going to be doing in Nepal as well as in the States.
Yeah.
So in the meantime, we'll take a short break. Stay back with Black and White. Welcome back to Black and White. I have with me a very, very talented, young, very powerful Dr. YANGMALI Rai. Dr. Saab, welcome back on Black.
Thank you so much, sir.
So you feel good to be a doctor?
I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Like, you know, so I'm getting there. So it's okay. I think I want to continue my education at the same time. Like I want to kind of stop around. You know, so it feels good.
What does life mean for you?
Life means for me it's about making a difference. It's like not about just living yourself. It's like how many difference, like a life that you change. That's how it's. I measure life in terms of like impact that you make. Yeah.
So that's YANGMALI Rai.
That's my YANGMALI Rai. Yeah.
The awards that you have won. Let's talk about Clinton Foundation.
So basically, I had this idea for a long time, right? And I was turned down with this seed funding opportunity quite a lot because they thought it's too ambitious. You know, the small guy like dreaming such a big project. So I was turned down. So I was told about this Clinton Foundation Initiative University Conference by Sneha Bhandari. She's a senior. She was senior to me, and we went to Botanical School together. And we were still like a friend in the Westminster College in Missouri. So she was like, "Hey, YANGMALI, just apply to it because you have this idea. Just apply it." And I was just not sure, you know, because I was turned down a couple of times, and I was like, "Okay, I'll give it a try." So I applied at the last minute, and I didn't know like you had to apply in a group, and then I was like only one. Like I was applying as an individual. And I got an email, like you are supposed to be a group. And I said, this project is my life. Like I've been dreaming about this project for a long time, and no one understands this project better than I understand. So they let me in anyway. And there were 600 groups competing for these funding opportunities. And there were students from 78 countries and 50 US states. And I wasn't sure, you know, because it's a huge competition, and Clinton Foundation brings students from all over the world every year to talk about their ideas, to compete in the seed fundings for their project. And I asked for 10,000 because to implement this project in Bhojpur, I needed $10,000. And their limit was 5,000. See, I already defied the requirements because I had to be in the group. $10,000 माग्यो अनि उनीहरूले भन्यो अब हाम्रो लिमिट चाहिँ $5,000 नदिने. And I told them, for the sake of तपाईहरुको पैसाले मात्रै 5,000 लगेर म के गर्ने, because यो project is not something I'm doing to show someone. Okay? I want to do it and I want to do it right. To start गरेर छोड्नु भन्दाखेरि I want to start and I want to complete and I want to carry on. They were like, okay, we'll give it a chance. So I went to semi-final. 150 jana made it to semi-final. Semi-final match we had to do a poster presentation, and I arrived late because of the train. मेरो साइडमा we had students from Harvard, Duke, and with all this technology, and I'm a small guy with a cardboard. I did not have any technology because I was too late. Ani judgeहरूले चाहिँ they were kind of blown away by my idea, because I'm addressing this women empowerment and also addressing this like a social issue like in Nepalमा
with sustainability.
So उनीहरूले चाहिँ how are you gonna do it? And they were very skeptical, and they said like, we'll give you a chance. So I made it to this like funding competition बाट चाहिँ I won the $10,000. So I was awarded this money through a resolution project. उनीहरूले चाहिँ resolution project चाहिँ they collaborate with Clinton Foundation every year. So they bring young entrepreneurial students who wants to make a difference, right? So this मेरो यो भोजपुरको Young Foundation को project चाहिँ based in sustainability, because more often what we hear is like people come to the exactly. It's not about just writing a check, taking a couple of pictures, right? So we wanted to do it right. So how can we make it sustainable? के गर्दा हुन्छ? अब more often most of the projects they've kind of failed because they introduce totally new concept which may not be like locally receptive. अनि I went to Bhojpur. I did research 2 months. त्यहाँकै लोकल मान्छेहरुसँग बसेर चाहिँ what can be done?
तपाई हिड्नु भयो है?
हिड्यो नि सर. अब भोजपुरको त्यही हो. अहिले
जुगाले टोक्यो के भयो?
ओरालो गयो, खोला छ, अनि 5 घण्टा माथि हिड्यो हैन, because this is something I want to do it. हुन्छ नि, जब भित्रीबाट आउँछ नि that's to
nobody can stop that.
Exactly, right? अनि त्यहाँ गएपछि चाहिँ म भोजपुर गए. I was in the US to implement this project. है 2013 मा I went there. अनि I spent there 2 months. अनि we decided त्यही जोत्नेदेखि लिएर अनि एकल महिलाले के भन्नुहुन्छ, you just be there, just tell us what to do. तर that's not me, that's not YANGMALI के. अनि I started like हुन्छ नि सानो सर्ट लगाएर खाली खुट्टा उहाँहरु जस्तै उहाँहरुले खाँदा म पनि खाने, उहाँ जोत्दा मैले पनि जोत्ने हैन मल.
सो यो कार्यक्रमले चाहिँ के गरिरहेछ? उहाँहरुले आफै पैसा कमाउनुहुन्छ, आफै बेच्नुहुन्छ हैन?
हजुर.
करेसाबारी राख्नुहुन्छ.
करेसाबारी भन्दा पनि इट्स अ फिल्ड नै भन्नु. अब करेसाबारी भनेको त अब पर्सनल युजको लागि सानो सानो भयो. यो चाहिँ तरकारी खेती नै.
तरकारी खेती नै गर्नुहुन्छ.
तरकारी खेती नै.
अनि त्यो अब $10,000 त्यहाँ खर्च गरिसक्नु भयो.
10,000 हैन, हाम्रो 9,000 बाट चाहिँ के इन्क्लुड भयो भने चाहिँ भन्नुहुन्छ भने हामीले त्यो जग्गा 5 वर्षको लागि लिजमा ल्यायो. हाम्रो आफ्नो 5 years. अनि we had to import it, all this import irrigation भन्नु, सिंचाइको लागि चाहिने पाइप देखि लिएर कोदालोदेखि लिएर everything we had to transport it from बजारबाट.
And that money is
right?
used on those.
We did not use up all the money because हामीलाई चाहिँ कस्तो भने we had the volunteers. हामीले अब म भोजपुरसम्म गए, म आफ्नै पकेट मनीले गए हैन. It's like because I want to help के एउटा सानो हेल्पलेस, if somebody's life can be changed, why not?
Why not?
अनि त्यहाँ गएपछि चाहिँ के गर्नुहुन्छ भने उहाँहरूले चाहिँ हामीले ट्रेनिङ दियो. कसरी उहाँहरु भनेको त किसान हो नि, जीवनभर किसान, they are farmers by their profession. So we just gave them a twist, little bit twist. Like we did not introduce new technology, just a twist. They are so used to it, and then they felt like, wow, this sounds interesting, and this is like something that we are so used to. So I thought it would take 1 year to be a self-sustainable. You may not believe it. 6 महिनामा our project was self-sustainable. Right?
So that money is there, everything is there, and they are earning and they are sustaining their livelihood.
Not only sustaining their livelihood. With the profit we make, we put part of it into our fund, because 5 वर्षपछि that lease is going to be expired. So we have to buy again the lease, right? Plus, we have 5 scholarships. Last year, we gave 2 scholarships to the children in local school. Now, this year, we have 3 more scholarships.
So, you're going to
that's
be
5 underprivileged children.
कहिले सुरु गरेको रे?
2013 bata. See, within like such a short period of time, we've seen such a tremendous like a result. Okay?
I'm just going to stop you right here, and I'm going to go with the audience here. You know, if you're watching this seriously, understand this is what we have been advocating through Black and White all the time. We have been talking about this earthquake. I think it's time to close the chapter. This is time for us to close it and say, look, we can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. But how do we do that? Just by begging all the time? No, we'd have to stop begging. Believe in yourself. Stand on your feet. We can ask the NGOs and INGOs to come up with the programs like YANGMALI has come up. You have to learn to make everybody confident about what they are doing, the floor they are walking on, the hills they are standing on, and the hills they are plowing through also. Earn for yourself. You hike, they rise. That's another thing. We hike, they rise. So we all do all these things together as Nepali. Trust me. It can never do that. So let's take a short break. Until then, stay back with Black and White. Welcome back to Black and White. I have with me SAHDEV, RAI. I like that name also.
Yeah.
YANGMALI and
SAHDEV. Yeah, YANGMALI SAHDEV, but it sounds perfectly legit.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah? It's legit.
Yeah.
That's a word.
Yeah, that
I
makes
like
me a complete man,
legitimate
right?
and legit.
Yeah.
Okay? That means, but I still like YANGMALI.
Thank you, sir.
It's very unique, you know. So we spoke about the things that you have done. Let's talk about some of the awards that you have won.
So I won recently. Basically, I won the Clinton Foundation Initiative Award, and I'm also been awarded as a Resolution Fellowship 2013. Okay. And I also, when I was in university, I was awarded the Peace Project, where I had to go to rural part to implement the project, and I also been named as it's all-American university and college, those students who are excelling in academic performance. So I was one of those students too. Okay. And also when I was in a university, I was in the dean list, which are given for the students who are academically
very high.
Yeah. So yeah.
I think I know that a little bit. I lived in States
you know a lot. You know a lot. Trust me.
Lived in States for quite a long time. You know? Yeah. Land of opportunity.
It is actually, I still believe that America is a land of opportunities. Yeah.
If you work honestly.
Honestly, and it's about building a trust.
Now, from here to there, and when you look from there to here, what do you see in our country?
Well, I think the biggest thing is the politics. I'm being a politics student, I see that's the biggest hindrance and also it's a mentality. See, we have so many youths from Nepal, they go overseas Gulf countries to work in such a job, menial job. They hesitate to work here. When I went to London for the first time, I'm not criticizing anyone. I have a dignity of labor. तर नेपालीहरु चाहिँ नेपालमा चाहिँ यो काम गर्नको लागि हिचकिचाउँछ तर they do the same thing 50-60 degree.
Is it because of the culture?
I think it's a culture. I think we need
to. You can't blame them also.
No, you cannot.
We have to start changing. That's what we are doing on Black and White.
There you go.
Bringing about the changes.
Yeah. So
see, you're 25, but you're unsung hero for us.
Thank you.
And that's why you're here. Pleasure to have you here.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Now, Fund Provo, right?
Yes, sir.
That is what is going to make a difference.
Yes.
And you're going to utilize, you're going to motivate the youth of Nepal.
So basically Fund Provo is an idea inspired by Resolution Project and the Clinton Foundation. So basically they provide the online platform. They bring students once a year for this conference. But Fund Provo is about connecting. You don't have to have a money or you don't have to be expert. It's about, do you want to give back? Do you want to help? Your small help makes a difference, right? Your small contribution can
little
make a
things
difference. Matters, exactly. So this idea of starting a Fund Provo is to connect. Basically, and also we want to help Nepal. In a way, I believe in Nepali people. They are amazingly talented. Let me tell you this. They are amazing, talented. And I have 2 business partners from Nepal. Everybody says Nepali doesn't have a talent, they are not, hardworking. If you give them opportunity, it's about trusting and giving them like opportunities.
Let's go back to what we had spoken a few days back. All the Nepalese youth get together, Fund Provo starts raising fund for something that is so important for Nepalese.
So, Fund Provo, there are lots of platforms that give you opportunity to raise money. Fund Provo is much more than the raising a fund. It's about connecting with the experts, connecting with the volunteers, connecting with the organization. So if all Nepalese people, if you're watching this show, just give it a try. Fund Provo, we charge the minimal amount. And if you are raising fund to build Nepal after this earthquake, we will let you raise money for free. Because I want to help Nepal. As a Nepali who has this opportunity, I want to create that opportunity for other people too. So give it a try and we provide you free.
America ma Prabal Gurung is doing the same thing. America wada YANGMALI RAI is doing the same thing. Hey, what's happening?
What's
happening? Tell me.
I think it's the
sense of patriotism?
It is sense of patriotism. It's also, I think the culture is changing it. I think now young people are
realizing. Young generations are really.
Yeah, they are. And when I see people raising money and going to the field, it gives me a really immense pleasure, knowing that people cares about the country. And after this earthquake, when I saw everybody mobilized, I know some people lost their house. But
it was the work of the youth, actually.
Exactly, right.
They mobilized themselves.
Let's talk about Young World Foundation. We raise fund and volunteers, like some of their house, one of our volunteers, Arun Khatri, his house was completely damaged, but still he was in Ziri distributing materials. He was in Sindhupalchuk, helping these victims. So, even these people are going through this like hardship, but they're still giving back to the community. So when I see this, the sense of like giving back, it gives hopes. And then Nepal do have a bright future.
Do you want to say anything to our audience straight right in the camera in front of you? Because we are running short of time. I would love to keep talking to you. But
so if you are watching this show, basically you don't need to be anywhere. Like you can make a difference. Start from wherever you are. You don't need to be in a position. You don't need to have a money. If you want to make a difference, start volunteering. Look around your community. Look around your friends. If there is someone who needs your help, please extend your helping hand. And that's going to make a difference. That there is a quote saying, the journey of 1,000 miles start with a single step. So start from there. Take that as a motivation, the step.
Thank you very much for being on Black and White, Dr. YANGMALI.
Thank you so much.
And just before we also wrap up this show, he said, one step at a time. I've always believed in that. If you start jumping, if you start running too fast, you may fall. But if you keep stepping, one step at a time, one step at a time. Hey, look, the journey is easy. That's how they scale Mount Everest. That's how they win the race. And that's how we all reach our destination. But even if you think from within yourself, if you don't make one step, where are you? You're nowhere. You're just stuck there. So that's what we are trying to make a difference in Black and White. Try to motivate each and everyone watching this show to say, look, I want to be there for you. It's enough of saying, you have to be there for me. So I want to be there for you. Can you just say that? So until next week, do stay back with Black and White, because I'm going to come back with lots of positive thoughts, positive people, positive ideas, and positive show like this every week, Wednesday. Namaste, Charya, and good night.